Have you ever been so mad at someone you wished you could just curse them? Like, for real? Maybe someone cut you off in traffic, stole your parking spot, or snagged the last slice of pizza. Well, it turns out you're not alone. The ancient Romans felt that way too, but they had a much more permanent solution than just muttering under their breath. They used something called curse tablets. So, what are these things? Imagine a thin sheet of lead, about the size of a playing card. Now, imagine scratching a really nasty message onto it with a sharp stylus. I'm talking about messages wishing for someone's business to fail, for them to lose a chariot race, or even for their tongue to stop working in court. This wasn't just idle wishing. This was a formal, written-down request to the gods of the underworld. These tablets, known to archaeologists as Defixiones, are like the ancient world's angry tweets, but way more intense. The Romans took this stuff seriously. Once you wrote your curse, you wouldn't just leave it on a desk. You had to deliver it to the gods. So, people would fold or roll up these lead sheets, often pierce them with a nail symbolically binding the victim and then deposit them in places they believed were close to the underworld. Where were these supernatural postboxes? Think wells, springs, and especially graves. Archaeologists have found thousands of these tablets all across the Roman Empire, from Britain to North Africa. The famous Roman baths in the city of Bath in England were a major hotspot. People would toss their curses into the sacred spring, hoping the goddess Sulis Minerva would read their complaints and take action. Let's dive into what these curses actually said. They were often very specific. One tablet found in Bath complains about a stolen cloak and lists several suspects. The writer asks the goddess to punish the thief, whether male or female, slave or free, until the cloak is returned. The curse specifies punishments like making their blood, mind, and intestines run out. Yikes. It wasn't just about getting stuff back. It was about divine and often gruesome retribution. Another common target was a rival in love. You might find a curse trying to break up a couple, binding the man or woman so they couldn't be with anyone else except the person who commissioned the curse. The language could get pretty graphic, asking gods like Pluto or Proserpina to drag the victim down to the underworld and torment them. They would name the person, their mother's name, to be extra sure the gods got the right target, and detail exactly what they wanted to happen. It wasn't just personal squabbles either. Curse tablets were a big part of public life. Chariot racing was the Formula One of the ancient world, and the stakes were high. Drivers and teams would place curses on their opponents, asking the gods to make their horses stumble, their chariots break, and the drivers themselves lose control and crash. Archaeologists have found tablets buried near racetracks with images of bound charioteers, their limbs twisted, clearly showing the desired outcome. The same went for legal battles. If you had a court case coming up, you might try to curse the opposing lawyer or key witnesses. The goal was to bind their tongues, scramble their thoughts, and make them forget their arguments. It was a form of supernatural sabotage, trying to win your case not just with facts, but by magically silencing the competition. So, who was writing these curses? You might think it was just a few shadowy figures, but it seems to have been a widespread practice across all social classes. While some curses are well written in perfect Latin, others are full of spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, suggesting they were written by ordinary people. Sometimes you'd hire a professional magician or scribe to craft a particularly powerful curse for you, especially if you had the money. These professionals knew the right magical words, symbols, and names of powerful spirits to invoke, making the curse supposedly more effective. The process itself was highly ritualistic. The material lead was chosen for a reason. It's a cold, heavy, and dark metal, which the Romans associated with the underworld and death. The act of writing the curse, often backwards or in strange symbols, was meant to add to its magical power. Piercing it with a nail was a symbolic act of binding or fixing the victim, which is where the name Defixio comes from. It literally means to nail down. It's fascinating to think about the mindset behind this. For the Romans, the world was filled with spirits and gods who could directly intervene in their lives. If you felt wronged and the legal system couldn't or wouldn't help, appealing to these powerful chthonic deities was a logical next step. It was a way to seek justice, or at least revenge, outside the established channels. It gave a sense of power to the powerless. Someone stole from you. You can't prove it in court, but you can ask a god to make their life miserable. These little lead sheets give us an incredible, unfiltered glimpse into the daily lives, fears, and frustrations of ancient people. They show us a side of the Romans that's a far cry from the stoic emperors and disciplined legions we usually picture. These were real people with real problems. They got cheated. They fell in love with the wrong person. They desperately wanted to win. And when things went wrong, they weren't afraid to ask the darkest gods for a little help. So next time you feel that urge to curse someone who just cut in line, remember the Romans. They took that feeling and turned it into an art form, a ritual, and a direct line to the gods of vengeance. It's a powerful reminder that while our technology has changed, our basic human emotions, like anger and the desire for justice, have stayed pretty much the same for thousands of years. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dark dive into history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.